Fitz worked 6 12-hour shifts a week. Sometimes he was on night work, and other times on day work. She had found it necessary to pretend that she had an aunt in the city, in order to get out more frequently to see him. It was easy enough to deceive Mrs. Bradshaw about it. She was kind, and prepared to be lenient if it helped Mary to make occasional visits, especially as Mary had said that the lady was old and delicate. She had not so far asked why Mary's father, in his occasional letters about his daughter's progress and welfare, had never mentioned the aunt. But the possibility that it might one day occur to her to do so had to be considered. The thought sometimes troubled Mary, but never for long. She was young. She was learning a job. She was happy to have swapped her father's small farmhouse in County Cork for the luxury of serving in a large residence in the fashionable township of Kingstown. The Bradshaws were not demanding. Mary knocked at the door of the Bradshaws' bedroom at 7 o'clock. They wished to breakfast early and to view the proceedings from their window. She prepared the breakfast room and was drawing the curtains when the door handle turned and a gentle voice said, "Good morning, my dear." It was Mrs. Bradshaw. "Good morning, ma'am." "Tell cook to have the tea especially strong this morning. Mr. Bradshaw had a most restless night." "Yes, ma'am," Mary said. As she turned, the light fell full on her face, so that Mrs. Bradshaw smiled and remarked, "You look very pretty this morning, and such a lovely colour in your cheeks. I expect it is the excitement." Mary inclined her head modestly, letting her dark hair swing down against her cheeks. "Have you and cook decided between you who is to have the day off?" "I think it's me, ma'am." "I, dear?" "I, ma'am." Mrs. Bradshaw acknowledged the correction. She was a short, grey woman of about 50. The one child of her marriage had died when he was 3. Nature had refused to repeat the experiment, which was a great blow. But it had taught her what it was to suffer, and it had given her patience and understanding in her dealings with others. She said, "I'm glad it's you. You're young and will enjoy it. Besides, you will probably find time to visit your aunt." Mary coloured a little, but Mrs. Bradshaw did not notice. She was peering through the window. Mary slipped out. Mrs. Bradshaw found that the sky was overcast. That was a pity. If it rained, it would be such a disappointment to the Kingstown Decoration Committee. The kitchen had a large window to compensate for the fact that it was a little below the level of the garden. Miss Gilchrist, the cook, prepared 2 portions of fresh fruit while Mary waited. In addition, there was a liberal dish of liver and bacon and eggs for Mr. Bradshaw, who had the habit of dining more heartily than his thinnish frame would lead one to suppose. For Mrs. Bradshaw, who had never taken meat on Wednesdays since the death of her child, there was toast to go with her lightly boiled egg. "She was asking again about which of us was taking the day," Mary said while she waited. "I told you last night," Miss Gilchrist said. "I've more to do than stand gawking at King Edward." "But are you sure?" "Or Queen Alexandra." "The decorations are wonderful," Mary said. "I was looking down at them from the bedroom window." "And you can tell herself that if she doesn't know my feelings on the subject of king and empire by this time, she damn well ought to, seeing I'm over 30 years with her." "I couldn't very well say that to her," Mary said, laughing. "He's not Ireland's king anyway." "What difference does it make, whether he is or not?" "You call yourself an Irishwoman, and you ask a question like that?" "Ah, it's only a bit of excitement," Mary said, because she saw that Miss Gilchrist's hands were trembling, and her cheeks flushed with suppressed rage. "God be with my poor father and the brave Fenian Brotherhood. There was men for you, not like what's going nowadays." Taking the tray and trying to ignore the old woman's anger, Mary said, "Don't forget that they'll be